I'm here today to speak a little bit more about 4D for iOS and why you should use it. So basically, what is 4D for iOS? For those who don't know it yet, 4D for iOS is a great tool that will allow you to generate mobile application directly from 4D, and that will allow you to extend your existing desktop application to mobile in a few steps. But let's figure out why you should use 4D for iOS. First, it's fully integrated to 4D. This means that you will be able to create your mobile project directly from 4D. Second, there is no Swift knowledge required. Indeed, we add the complexity of an app creation process so that you generate from 4D your native iOS apps. Third, about design. In order to have real native iOS apps, 4D for iOS provide very professional template with a native behavior following Apple guidelines. And finally, adaptability. This means that you will be able to reopen your Xcode project directly in Xcode and modify it to answer your needs. And now, let's see how great apps you can create using 4D for iOS. And first, let's move to the project editor. The first screen that appears when you open the project editor is the general section where you define basic information about your app. Let's move to the structure section. Here you can select fields and relations you want to include into your app. In the data section, you will be able to define filters and which data you want to embed into your application. These action sections mean that you can include actions and execute 4D code directly from your iOS app. Let's move to the form section. This is the fun part of the creation process. Here, the first step is selecting the template that suits your needs. Then, the only thing you have to do is dropping your fields into the template. As you can see, it's very easy to use and there is no code at all. So you will be able to define template for your list forms and your detailed forms. And this is quite the same process. You only have to drop your fields to build your views. And the last step is building your project, clicking on this Build and Run button. Let's see how it works with a real 4D desktop application. Here, we have an insurance 4D application that allows to assign an expert to clients that have incidents into their house. So basically, I have 3 clients that have been assigned to me. Let's see how the iOS app works. So first, when I open the app, there is a login form where I can put my email. This will allow you to filter your data and display data that are relevant for the person that is logging in. You can have your client in a map using custom template. And the great thing is that you can use formatter to find your way in this example. It's quite nice. You can use and display native iOS apps using formatters. Here, I use relations to navigate into my application and display related tables. And here, using custom templates, I can zoom in and zoom out into the pictures and images that I have my clients. Using actions, I can take pictures. As you can see, there is several parameters, so I can use here the picture parameters to take my pictures. When my picture is okay, the only thing I have to do is fill the other parameters like the title and the date. And that's it. The only thing I have to do is clicking done, and my record is added into my database. Here, using custom templates, I can include some custom views, for example here, to add a signature, and everything is synchronized with the database. Let's see that if I move into Quentin Marceau record, I can see that the signature has been saved and everything is okay. The great thing here is that I use actions to add my signature and to define the status done when everything is okay, all the pictures have been done and the client has been visited. So that's quite nice. Let's move now to all the features, almost all the features that integrate 40 for iOS. So first, 40 for iOS use action forms. This means that you can execute actions directly from your iOS app. It includes multi-criteria search. This means that you can base your researches on several criteria. For example, my client address or my client name. So you can have multi-criteria. Relations. As we've seen previously using the application, we can use relations to display related tables. And in our example, display related pictures to my client incident. Restricted queries allowed me to display my client, so it allows you to display relevant information into your application. Actions. With actions, you can execute 40 code directly from 40, and using parameters, you can take some pictures, as we've seen previously, and other parameters. Formatters, you can have some great formatters, as the formatters we've seen previously. It allowed me to open the Map app and find my way directly from my iOS app. And I use custom templates, for example, to display my client signature or to display pictures, to zoom in, zoom out. So it allows me to include great templates to answer my needs. I think that with 40 for iOS, we'll be able to find the right template, the template that suits your needs, that suits you the best, because 40 for iOS includes lots of great templates with graphics, pictures, figures. You have lots of great things that you can already include into your project. And if you liked what you just seen, feel free to download the template, the formatter, directly from the 40 for iOS documentation. I hope that you enjoy the 40 for iOS product.